Hello, Dan Joss. How are you today?
Doing great. How are you?
I am well, thank you. So, what do we want to talk about regarding money today? We talked about discipline. Should we continue that topic?
Yeah, how about practicing giving?
Practicing giving.
Yeah, it's a money discipline. I had somebody tell me once, have an open hand.
Okay.
Money
I thought that was receiving.
can come in or go out. Oh, if you clutch it, it's not giving. It's if you have it open, it's easier to let it go.
Right. And if it's closed-fisted, it's hard to receive at the same time, too.
Yep. So just the idea of giving, have it on your mind and practice it. And there's all kinds of ways to give. Do you remember a couple of years ago when it kind of was big to pay in the drive-through for the car behind you? That kind of went around and came back again. And so it was just a way of someone saying, you know what, I'm going to give today. And I don't know who it is, but here I go because I don't need all of this money that I have. Let's practice giving it away. Leaving a larger tip than average. God, who richly provides us with all things for our enjoyment, and then tell them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, to be generous givers, sharing with others. So we can just apply that to ourselves. How are we rich in good deeds? Or are we generous givers? Do we share with others?
Right.
So generous givers, sharing with others, rich in good deeds. How do we do it? And then I guess we could say, how do people consider us? If we ask someone else, would they say we're generous? Are we givers or takers? So give daily. Consider being known as a generous person.
I talked to a gentleman yesterday who had just transitioned from living in a house to living on his boat. Now, mind you, it was a very nice boat. And it was an interesting conversation because he said when he downsized to his very nice boat, they got rid of so much stuff that they really didn't need. And I think there's a lot of that in our culture, that we have so much more than we really need, but it's tied to wants. And, oh, wouldn't that be neat to have? And
yeah, we make that distinction as a planner at our firm is between needs and wants and wishes. So we need to spend money on things we need, but beyond that, it's really not a necessity. And so practice giving.
Right.
We all do it for birthdays and graduations and Christmas and other types of socially normed giving periods of time, but we can give every day.
That's true. And we can give in little ways or big ways, and we can set up endowments with the proper guidance.
Yep. Well, the donor advised funds or cash.
Right.
However you want to give, it's a good way. So that's it. Donate. It's a discipline, and it has to be on your mind, and it will become a habit if it's not a habit. And then increase your giving as you earn more and are comfortable with less.
All right. So, Dan Joss, if somebody wants to be generous and give you a call,
then give us a call on 757-903-2127.
Great. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.